met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
Hi!
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right. But you decided it would be best to try and bury me all over again.
Yeah!
You're on a path.
I'm gonna skip ahead. Suddenly continue on to the cabin. As we continue on to the cabin, we are going to go take the blade once more. Enter the blade.
The daughter, her voice.
Who's there?
Continue on.
You're still listening to reason.
Okay, so. Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you.
That isn't a good idea. Just drop.
She's right. We should. Don't you dare. It's fine.
So this time around, we're gonna go with betrayal as our route. Drop it.
The blade.
Thank you. Maybe now we can.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided?
You know.
All right. Slay the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run. A moment of distraction and hesitation is it feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes
so
through
we've
the
seen
air
this one. This
again,
leads us to the beast. Flee and lock her in the basement. Let's try this. We haven't tried that.
Are you serious? It's a good idea. We've taken some bad hits, but we've dealt some too. She has to be feeling it more than we are. Let's regroup upstairs. If we're lucky, maybe she'll just bleed out. Fine. You make a mad dash to the basement stairs, the princess's chains rattling as she tries to chase you, but pulling taut much too soon for her to catch up.
Do you really think you can just walk out of here?
She steps towards you, ignoring her chains. They creak and strain as she pulls against them until finally they break. The links clatter to the floor. She's free. Hurry. You push your broken body as she closes in and just barely manage to pass the threshold of the basement doorway before she catches up to you. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off.
Oh, so she shifts from being the fighter to the ghost.
Piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart. Pete, you don't know the kind of...
Okay, so we've seen all this. This is all familiar.
These aren't threats. These are promises. Sooner or later, you're going to have to sleep. And I'll make sure you never see the light of day.
Okay.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall.
Alright, she's in.
Awake in the middle of the night. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and... It isn't all at once. Whose side is yours?
So helpless.
Okay, so we've seen all this. We're already at chapter 2. We are going to proceed to the cabin. See it again.
The interior of the cabin is it's just an empty.
Alright, we're gonna go on ahead. We're gonna take the blade.
Reach down and
this time around, we're gonna enter the basement like we did last time.
You crop more. The air seeping up.
Skip ahead. We've already tried stepping off. You don't need a plan to kill her. I'm just going to kill her, Mr. Nair. Doesn't seem like I can... We don't need a plan. I'm going to kill her. Mr. Nair seems to think that I can do it. I don't know why you're all such pessimists right now.
Finally, a voice of reason. The rest of you should take notes. You know why I'm being a pessimist. I'm just asking questions. You make your way to the bottom.
So we're gonna try to kill her in this state.
She could be. No, I'm not.
All right. Go back the way you came. We haven't tried that yet.
Turn back to the stairs, only to find that they aren't there. A faintly
she should find us, right?
Path lies before you.
There you are. I told you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think. What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood, your lungs
Yep, we've
pull
seen
in.
all this.
What are you doing? I'm working.
Okay. So what options do I have? Run, slay the princess. Oh, we haven't tried this. Toss the blade and remain with your nightmare. I'm not going to do any of this. I'm going to help you leave. But she'll just kill us and then we restart the whole thing anyways. So we haven't tried leaving with her. Fine, you win. I'll let you leave.
What? No.
I knew you'd come around. Oh, this is going to be so.
So we're gonna allow ourselves to collect this one.
Do you think you can just wrest control away from us? This body's barely functioning as it is. Doesn't the world end if we fail to stop her? Won't letting us die here just
So I
make
clicked
it
the button
end
too soon.
faster? Shit. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. With a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe you're making me watch you damn everyone to torment and oblivion.
I'll be right behind you.
I wouldn't trust having our back to her. You're not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the feedback. Just focus on keeping us alive. Right. Besides, I get the feeling she's telling the truth. She needs us alive.
So what we're doing is that we're trying to get every single one of these entities, these versions of her, to leave the cabin so it can be grabbed by the entity. And once that happens, it collects them. So let's step onto the staircase.
Place a shaky foot on the first step and begin your ascent from the basement. You can feel the static prickling of the princess on your neck, your limbs buzzing with pins and needles. An uncomfortable and constant reminder that you exist, and that your existence is so very precarious.
Is it?
You're almost there.
The only thing left between you and the cabin is the now shut door to the basement. It would be a real shame if it had locked behind you. Oh, you snake. There wasn't even a door when we first got here. The door was from last time. I told you we shouldn't trust him. I know he's messing with us, but you can't lose your cool. We need you right now. Remember? Yes, I remember. Of course I remember. Thank you. And you? You'd really rather us die down here than let her... Of course I would. As much as I want you to have a happy ending, the fate of the world is a little more important, and you still have a weapon. You can still make this right.
We could try slaying the princess, but we are going to try the door. I think the door is locked.
Oh, look at that. It's locked. What a relief for the world.
I think the door's locked.
You just have to give it a tug.
Try the door again.
You pull against the door.
Again, it's just
The lock
believing it.
gently clicks open in response to your effort, and the door creaks on its hinges. This isn't right. That's not even the way it's supposed to swing. It's supposed to swing out. You're not nearly as powerful as you'd have us think, are you? Anyways, like he said, you're not really in control here, are you? I never said I was. If I was in control here, why would I need you to slay her? I don't know. Secret reasons?
Secret reasons.
The door is open. What are you talking?
Shit. The princess moves past
I
you
actually
into
skipped
the
through that.
cabin. This is it. This is your final moment to make things right. Kill her. I thought you wanted us to slay her. It's the same thing. Do it. Do it now. Do it now, or everything is over.
Nope, we want to let her out.
What do we do? I said, what do we do? Oh, do you want to hear from me now? Yes. Well, I thought you needed me to run the autonomic nervous system. We do, but this is important. Look, I'll even do it myself. Just tell us who to trust.
Oh, it's easy.
Brain? Heart. Right, heart. Lungs. Lungs. Liver. Nerves. Okay, thanks. I got it.
He's gonna take over.
Heart. Lungs. Liver. You're terrible at this. I know. I'm doing my best. Yes, it's very hard to stay focused on running things when other people are talking to you, isn't it?
What are you doing?
Heart, lungs, liver. Finally, I can talk. Now, what were you asking me? Running everything kind of feels like popping in and out of consciousness. It's easy to lose track of things. They were asking you for your blessing to trust me. Oh, that's right, yeah. Fuck this guy. Don't trust him.
Fuck this guy.
So you'd have them trust her?
Yeah.
Oh, of course not. Can't trust anybody here but ourselves, but I guess that leaves us back where we started, doesn't it? I suppose if I had to make a choice, I'd pick the one that doesn't make our organs shut down.
Hey.
Thank you for your gracious show of support. But that's a marginal preference. We'll have to deal with him later. I'd just rather deal with him while our organs are intact. Whatever. You heard what he had to say, so whether you trust me or not, killing her is still the best, nay, the only option you have worth taking. Alright, I'm done. You can let me take over again. Finally, that was awful. I really don't know how you do it.
You've been standing there staring blankly for a while now, and I have to say my patience is running a little thin. So don't make a lady wait any longer, okay? Open the door.
Yes, my lady. We shall open the door.
The door.
Let your terror loose upon the world.
Revealing the forested path beyond the cabin. You bastard. You've actually done it. You've actually doomed Nerve's heart.
It's so beautiful. I can't wait to ruin it. But it's so cold, too. It's itching against my skin.
There we go. The princess is exhausted and slumps to the ground.
Why is it so cold?
There we go. Now we've collected her. Now we know exactly how to collect everything. We just need to get them out of the cabin. The cabin is the prison. If you pull them out of the cabin, they're exposed to be collected. Now it all makes sense.
She's gone. And is that a mirror?
Okay. Approach the mirror.
It's calling us.
Yeah, we already know this. Gaze into the reflection. They're unraveling. But we're back in the long quiet. We get to see the Lady of Darkness once again at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question? Do you want to know, or do you want to tell me? There are trees and stars, there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people. Do you think there's anything real out there? Do you think we're real? Do you have any thoughts on the vessel? Do you know what's going to happen when we awaken? When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are some voices speaking to me. Some of them are me, some of them are something else. And we've already talked about that with her before. So let's go ahead and dive into this question that she's asking me. Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want me to tell? Or do you want to tell me?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me. Short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins.
Hmm.
I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
It must be the trees and the peoples, right? You know?
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Huh. It's an interesting perspective that she has on humanity. Interesting. Do you think anything out there is real? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is filled with sadness. A doll, abandoned to the company of her darkest impulses. She desires only companionship.
That makes sense.
But the only thing she knows is how to hurt. She will make for a tender heart.
Sensitivity. She is sensitivity incarnate.
Do not mourn her. She has finally found her way home.
Sensitivity, which allows you to be not only like aware of others' feelings, but also not only aware of yourself, but also it can turn inward and vicious in many ways. Cruel. You know what's going to happen when you awaken. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There's some voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but some of them are something else. You know what you're going to do when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Come here, kitty. Alright, do I need more vessels?
One.
Okay.
Whatever you bring me next will be enough.
So we're already at the end of this thing, so let's go ahead. Ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
It goes dark and I dies. Bring the nightmare to her. Okay.
You're on a path.
Continue onto the cabin.
You make your way up the
So we've brought her the nightmare. We've brought her the beast. Let's go down a different path this time around. We're going to enter the blade, or enter the basement, but we're going to betray her.
The door to her voice.
Hello?
Is don't.
Hey, I think I'm here to slay you.
You must have the wrong address.
Great job. You've given away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her. She's beautiful. I am begging you to
Hi. You were joking about coming to kill me, right? Do you think you could get me out of these chains?
Hold on, let's talk a bit first. I'll see what I can do. Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Okay. So I know that if I go back and retrieve it, she's just gonna turn on me and turn to the ghostly figure. Go back up the stairs, retrieve the blade without saying another word. Them the chains. Can't believe they're keeping you down here. Okay, I am going to get you out of here. Don't make me regret this. Let's go down this path. We haven't tried this one.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
You're making... No. You're doing the right... You walk up to the chain. They're large and heavy.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's doubtful.
Oh, we've seen all this. Do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion. If we were stuck down here long enough, would someone else here?
Skip ahead. Turn.
You make your way easier for her, easier for everyone. Look at the mess.
I heard the door slam.
Yep,
There's
they
a
locked us
slight
down here
panic.
together,
If I
lady.
could just get out of these chains, I know.
Oh,
She barely hesitates.
Yep, and
before
she tears her
rips
arm
her-
off.
It's the blade, or you
Blade
won't-
came back down. All right. Now that she is down here, play the princess.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally, the wound drives her to the ground. Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You
bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
Yes.
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us.
Indeed.
Don't waver as you ready your blade to deliver your blade. Forget a... Though your nerves are seizing, you seize a moment.
Kill each other outright. Finish the job.
Do you think? Can you not? You take it. The two of you.
Seen this? They both die together.
Do you think this is it?
But you don't have time to worry over such things.
Oh, the witch. Okay.
Your honor, you're here.
She's going to kill me again?
If he doesn't remember, brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest. You know, I say I'm not sure we can trust him. Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
I agree. Hey, the opportunist and me are on the same page. We just want to see the shit fall apart, right? You want to see the shit fall apart, don't you? We just want to watch it all collapse. Proceed to the cabin. Let's assume, yeah.
A warning. She will lie. She will... Don't worry.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls
This
are
is
a chaotic
different?
weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happens to resemble a roof.
New avenue. We haven't seen this
floor
one.
is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Never gone down this
The
path
blade
before.
is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the shelf. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't like... That's not actually a bad idea.
Yeah. Enter the basement. Don't need to worry about the mirror on the wall, because the mirror on the wall's not there.
The basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
What voice does she have now?
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
So this is a witch version of her. I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
Democracy.
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
Democracy?
You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss.
All right, let's see what she looks like. I'm so curious.
Thank you.
Oh,
You descend the basement
not what I
steps,
expected at all.
entering the dark room below. You can just make...
And there
Oh,
you
shit.
are. One hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you?
Yes, sir.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
Slay her we shall. My voice is dying.
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy.
And that would be reasonable if I wanted to collect her, which I do. But I think that there's more, since this is like chapter 2 of this, right? There must be another chapter. I would rather get the later chapters first. I seem to remember you having a tongue. Sorry about the last time. Look, I made a mistake. We're all make mistakes. I'm sure you've made mistakes. Don't worry, the blade isn't for you, or not for killing you. We've got to get you out somehow. I've got the sense that you're not happy with me. Let's start with that one. I got the sense that you're not very happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
Yeah. You're scared. You scared me, okay? When you started gnawing off your arm, it scared me, and I stabbed you. Things got out of hand. Yeah. Hey, some honesty there.
Things did get out of hand, didn't they? But it's hard to let bygones be bygones when they led to murder. And you started it.
Yeah. Don't worry, the blade isn't for you. Look, I know things get messy last time, but I think that something's bigger than both of us at work here. We should team up! But I have a nagging feeling you're going to stab me in the back if I help you out.
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them?
No.
But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event.
Yeah, me too.
She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do. You won't be fine because destruction is in her nature. Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back. I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same. See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Okay, well... look, I know, I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as a gesture of goodwill. I trust you, not even enough to free you, definitely not enough to get close to you. Leave her in the basement, which we're not going to do that. I look for straightforward intentions. I don't care how you treated me last time. Try slaying her again. I think you might be a danger to the world. Here's the thing, if we slay her again, it will lead to a deeper element. Like, it'll lead to another chapter, which is what I want. I'm gonna get all the later chapters first and then collect these ones earlier so that way I can move the game faster. I'm sorry about last time, but I do want to explore these topics first.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize, get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
As soon as you give me a chance, I'm gonna stab you in the back. Don't worry, the blade isn't for you. Got to get you out of here somehow, right? Look. So, we're at an impasse. Neither of us are going to get anywhere unless you want to fight, but I don't want to fight. Try that.
Just because I'll never trust you doesn't mean I won't use you to get what I want. The cabin lets prying little beasts like you come as you please, but it insists I stay where I am. If I'm to leave, I'm to leave with you, and you alone.
So that explains a lot. all ways for her to be free it requires us at the same time. We are the key, whether it's forcefully or willingly. Either way, she needs us. Only the two of us are the way out. One of us can't leave. It requires both of us at all times. Slay the princess.
Do you think that being direct with your ill will frees you from its wickedness? Murder and betrayal are still murder and betrayal, whether you state your intentions or keep them hidden behind your back.
See, this is why we never tell people what we're actually thinking. She's just as mad, only now she's ready for us.
Still, better a violent fool than a plotting coward. Better for me, I mean.
As you close the distance, readying your
Knives
strike,
out.
the princess's chain falls from her wrist. She takes advantage of your split second of surprise and throws a
You're shedding hard, kitty.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. It's a shame we're playing opposite teams. This is why you couldn't just abandon her here. Left to her own devices, she would always find a way out. Now stop her.
You must have known I would be ready for you. Deep in your heart, you know the same things about me I know about you. We're both so very awful.
As you brush the silt from your eyes, the princess tackles you, flattening you against the dirt floor.
Did she kill me out right here? Let's fight then.
We were always going to kill each other here, weren't we? I can't trust you, and you can't trust me, and those doubts spin and spin and spin into hate.
She buries her teeth deep into your chest, tearing at... Wait, she's distracted. Stab her in the back. In for a penny, right? Why not? As the princess rips meat from bone, you plunge your weapon into her unprotected back.
You bastard! Even face to face, you find a way to stab me in the back. I know you. You're hideous. Absolutely wretched. Just like me.
Because now she's gonna be so much worse now in the next chapter when we see her.
We don't have to fight so dirty. Of course we do. Fighting clean won't help us win. It takes a wretch to know a wretch, and we're all at the bottom of the barrel here. There's no point in pretending otherwise. Are we at the bottom of the barrel? We've got dirt in our eyes and a chunk of us chewed out. If that's not the bottom of the barrel, what is?
I'm sure there's more. There's always a deeper barrel. Trust me.
No arguments here. You're doing great.
Never underestimate how worse things can get, especially in this game.
But if we win, we won't be at the bottom anymore. We'll have climbed.
And I think the dying in stomach acid scene last time around definitely was pretty bottom of the barrel there. I'm sure it can still get worse.
Don't let yourself get distracted thinking about what comes after.
Hey, mister, you're making my allergies freak out.
None of us ever
It's the
said
problem with having a cat. I have allergies to kitties. They're so damn cute and cuddly.
What a low and vicious fight it is. Eyes gouged, skin scratched bloody, hair ripped and nails broken. Every rule there ever was in the book of honorable combat. Both you and the princess have broken a dozen times
You're a
over.
bunch of dishonorable assholes. That's the way to fight. Without honor. Yes.
I thought playing dirty was supposed to give you the upper hand, but I suppose that doesn't work if you both sink into the same lows. Still, at least you're not losing. The princess cackles maniacally.
He's pulling her by the hair. That's a real dirty trick with a girl.
You hear the low groan of warping wood. Wait, what's going on? We're establishing a newer, better packing order. No, the groaning thing. Why is the wood making noise? Who cares about the groan? It's just a sound. Things make sounds all the time. I care about the groan. Doesn't that mean something bad is happening? Oh, yes, well, I'm afraid that's the sound of the basement getting smaller.
What?
Do you hear that, you pathetic wretch? Those are the roots of the wild, and they're coming to choke the breath from your lungs and squeeze the life out of you.
You look like a leopard.
Excuse me, what? You and the princess disengage for a brief moment, just long enough to get your bearings. Behind you, the basement door has been sealed over, thick roots barring your only exit from the dirt pit. And slowly, but very perceptibly, the roots are closing in on you both.
That's right. They're coming for you. And they won't stop until there's nothing left down here but them.
Well, I mean, you're coming down with me too then, aren't you? What about you? They'll crush you just as easily as they'll crush me. Make them stop. You can make them stop, right? We're not animals for people. We can work this out. We can make things better. I don't think that's gonna work. I take it back. I can help you get out of here. You and I can work together. We can be friends. I'm sorry. Give up and wait for your death. Go out fighting. What about you? They'll crush you just as easily as they'll crush me.
As long as you suffer while you die, I'll gladly suffer with you. Especially if I get to see it happen.
Wow, this girl.
This doesn't help anyone. I can't believe she'd kill us both just to spite me. See? This is exactly why you've been tasked to slay her. She's an antisocial monster.
Antisocial.
The whole world for her satisfaction. The roots grow ever closer. We know. We can see them.
Why though? Why are you doing this? Come on, they're pressing in on me. They're pressing in on you. This sucks. Well, let's go out fighting.
You attack the princess once more, and once more the two of you fall into a vicious brawl. The basement continues to shrink as you fight, but neither of you pay it any more mind. Not until it's too late. The roots twist around you both, binding your limbs and rendering you helpless. As your fates close in, all you can do is watch her, and all she can do is watch you. At first it's almost gentle. The two of you lifted delicately off the ground, but the cradle of the growing roots soon gives way to tightness, and that tightness gives way to bulging pressure as they begin to constrict.
It's gonna make him pop. Uh-oh.
The sound of creaking wood is drowned out by the snaps and pops of your bones, pain flooding your senses as you feel your skin
being squeezed to death, really?
Unnaturally by the living basement. Tears well up in the princess's eyes, her own bones splintering and flesh swelling with trapped blood. But still, she smiles through it all.
Gets off watching you die instead.
I can't wait to do this again, you wretched little thing. I hate you, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh my God!
Unbearable. You can't breathe, your vision swimming with red, your head pounding as everything tightens. And then you pop. Everything goes dark.
Then you pop.
And you die.
Oh my. That was intense.
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge.
Spurs make my nose itch, big boy.
His pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that? That's not the princess, is it? Oh no.
We've been here before, I recall this.
I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It was. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have...
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped.
What she's saying is that the narrator's job is to convince us of the narration that he's giving us. It can only happen if we believe the narration. But if we push back with our own narration, he'll never have what he wants.
What did you do? Sure, there's no reason to keep secrets. Someone decided to go in guns blazing last time, and that someone got us killed.
Oh, you're gonna grip onto my leg, really?
What should we have done? Let you draw things out with all that conniving. Everyone knows a straight fight is best. It's honest. There's no need to bicker about it. I wasn't trying to start anything. I don't
You're making my nose itch.
What happens
Gotta get
to
you
us.
out of here.
I kind of like it now that we aren't actively being crushed. Yeah, now that you mention it, this isn't so bad. And it's not like the fight is what killed us anyway, it was the cabin. No point worrying about who charged who when that place ground us all into paste in the end. The princess included.
Indeed.
It was a fitting end. I'm sorry if it hurt, but doesn't this make it all seem so small?
I see. So the cabin ground you into paste, and now you're convinced you're stuck together. What a mess.
He doesn't
Oh,
understand.
I get it.
We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
Now I get it. The last time that I was here, I rejected her, which got me a different kind of ending. Here's the thing. This time around, I'm going to embrace her, because what's happening is that the reason why we are talking to the princess and she's speaking to us like she's from the entity beyond is because a piece of her is in the long dark, or in the long quiet. It's a piece of hers within us. So when she's literally combined with us right now, we are literally having a contact with her from that other side. Now, if we can pull it apart, she's going to resist us, and she's going to be upset, and she's going to be more like the one that we dealt with before. This time we're going to embrace it. Or the thing that he's watching us, what is he? Why should... So, we know the narrator, we know how he functions. I do want to see what the conversation will be, just to recap my mind a little bit.
I'm not watching you, I'm trying to help you. That's not an answer to our question.
I don't know what he is. I only know that he is something other, and that he wishes for you and I to tear ourselves apart.
I do want that, but only because it's in your best interests. It's in everyone's best interests. You won't be able to slay her unless you remove yourself from her.
He wants us to kill each other.
I don't. I want you to kill her. Don't be charmed by her faux solidarity. You're not in this together.
But there's a reason for that.
She's the only one who poses a threat to the world, and she's trying to make you go along with it. You don't have to enable her, especially when you have what it takes to stop her.
That's the deception of the story. He's not lying when he says that. He is only intended for us to slay her. As long as one of the two of us die in this construct, then it continues the cycle over and over again. So by him taking our side and always taking our side, it ensures the construct will remain intact. However, when we do that and we kill her, it causes her to respond back, because she is the shifting mound. She responds to what we provide to her. That is why she is the causality of death, because humans, when they come in contact with the shifting mound, cause the shifting mound to respond back with that same death. That's why they're trapping it in here. It all makes sense now. It all makes sense now. They're literally using the narrator to influence this being, the endless quiet, to constantly be in conflict with her, so that way it creates this constant cycle over and over again, allowing the world outside of the construct to feel forever in their peace. Be right back, guys. I gotta get some water. Right. Enough of this guy. How do we stop him?
We push back. It may feel like he's everywhere, but presence isn't strength. Otherwise, he would have torn us apart by now. There must be a crack in the walls of this prison. There must be a way for us to be free from him.
She's trying to use you. After everything she's done, you...
Yeah, we already know. Turn inward and find your freedom. We're gonna do that. Embrace your transformation, a glimpse of something bigger.
You fall inward, into a network of connections too vast for your mind to occupy. Are you a path in the woods? Are you a body? Can you even grasp the fuzziest edges of the shapes that confine you?
We can change to fill them together.
We don't need to be everywhere at once, just in the right place at the right time. You'd do best to remember that some wounds will never heal. Some rifts can never be mended. Even in rebirth, some things never come back the same. What is he going on about? What does he know about us?
He can't make us quit, no matter how much he tries. He knows that talking's all he can do. Of course he's gonna try and confuse us.
They got it right,
You
yeah.
aren't whole. You'll never be whole again. This struggle is meaningless. Whatever you think you're doing, you will fall apart.
We don't need to be made whole. All we need to do is find a single corner of his cage and break it.
There's a place you need to be. You just need to find it.
You stretch and search and stretch and search, growing as you decay and decaying as you grow. As you strain beyond your limits, the ground around you becomes dry and unstable and crumbles into nothing beneath you. This place will fall apart before you find its end.
Oh wow, we're literally like touching the corners
This
of
task,
this.
whatever it is you think you're doing, is impossible.
What we're literally doing in this exact moment is testing the bounds of the actual construct. Literally, the shifting mound and the endless quiet are working in tandem to feel out the ends of where the confines of this universe is that they've been imprisoned in. And their narrator is saying that it's not possible for them to be free, but I don't know. It looks like they're about to break out.
All the more reason to keep trying. Come on, we aren't tired yet.
That's right, I know a loser when I see one. Call his bluff.
I can hold us together for a little while longer, so long as you trust me.
I trust you find the way out.
You won't find anything if I have to starve you. If I have to sacrifice my world to keep the princess at bay, I'll do it.
You find something. It's cold and smooth and gently buckles, then cracks under the pressure of your conscious flattening against it.
Don't move an inch. Don't grow another blade of grass or harvest the remains of another dying creature so you can expand just that much further. Stop all of this. Right now. I think it's too late for that, mate.
I'm at your side. Shatter it and free us all.
Out of the cage. Oh my god.
No, stop!
His pleas disappear at the sounds of breaking glass. For a moment, you and she gaze through the tiniest hole in the world at the place that you need to be.
Job well done, team. Just like I'd planned.
Wow, we're getting out of the cage.
Oh, can it? This was all of us, fighting as one.
Is this what he kept from us? Is this why he made us kill each other?
It's beautiful.
It's
Where
gone.
did it go? Why is everything so cold?
You being collected? You never get the chance to answer. You see her gone behind you. Memories return.
Where did she go? Should we
I did
try and
not see
find
that
her?
going the direction it was going.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Approach the mirror.
This doesn't fit. Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess. If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
Yeah. We already know, guys. Gaze into our reflection. We go back to see the shifting mound here. You're nothing at all. There he is. But this isn't right. You're nothing. You refocus your gaze and you see a figure veiled in the shadow just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Oh, narrator. It's been a little while. Cracking and turning into the center of the mirror, splitting the image into the glass into two, and then cracks form. Another and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Okay. I have so many questions for you.
You can ask them, and make it quick. I won't last for long now that you can see me.
If you're not me, then what are you? Does this place hurt? I'm sorry. I don't want to destroy you. Well, help. Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece breaks off. Are you part of me? You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess, but why?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Okay. If you're not me, then what are you? Does the piece be hurt? I'm sorry. Every time I ask you, pardon me. You said she contains death. What is she? We know that she's the shifting mound. I wonder if he'll expand more about what the shifting mound is.
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the
Transformation.
capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be.
So it sounds like in this world, this universe that we are locked away from, they've found the method to obtain eternal life. And in doing so, their world is stagnant, but they're afraid to die. You know, they're afraid of the release of this Pandora's box, of the shifting mound to come out to transform and change. If you want me to destroy the concept of transformation, how is the existence of any better than death, or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse. And I actually agree with that sentiment. The idea of eternal life like this, you know, in of itself, it's internal imprisonment in of itself.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
Okay. What would you like to leave in a world without? What would it be like to live in a world without her?
Light. Burdenless.
Yeah.
An eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
Alright. So we know what we are, so you're the narrator. You are something like me. Why couldn't you told me everything? I would have helped you destroy her.
If you actually knew what she was from the start, if you knew her capabilities, a single intrusive thought could have instantly ended the entire world.
How? How does that work? If I destroy her, won't I be alone?
Yes, you will. But it will all be worth it.
Delusional!
Only delusional if I'm wrong. And I'm not wrong. I can't be wrong.
He's the narrator. Do you have anything to say for yourself for all this hubris?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
After everything you've done to us, do you think you deserve to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, If you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
Interesting. Rest easy. I'm going to destroy her. Lie. I haven't decided what to do with her, so I'm not going to slay her. I want you to know that before you're going to die for good.
Well, there's no reasoning with a god, even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece. My time is up.
That explains a lot. So this individual in this world created not only the Long Quiet, but he created it to contain the shifting mound. But he trapped a piece of himself in here as well. So he created a utopia for everybody else, but trapped himself in this prison with the two of them, in order to ensure the prison would remain intact. But it didn't work.
I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away.
Yeah. Shatters, newfound clarity, long quiet. Yep, we are a god. Proceed to the cabin for the last time. Bring the networked wilds to her. When you have arrived at the heart of things, there is a final vessel for you to bear witness to. Yep, here we go. Back to this whole thing again. This time around, we're gonna break her free. We're gonna free her just right off the bat.
I can finally see you. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't know what that really means. Let's ask her about that.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot.
Okay, we already know. What happens now?
For the passive player, when the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Okay. There's so many finished stories left unfinished. Can we really just leave? I am curious about that.
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Okay. When you have a say in this, why is it falling on me? Let's talk this through. I still have many questions answered. Well, you haven't. An entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you were to become this, then what is the point of me doing anything at all? Did the roads even matter that I walked all of them? Well, that's actually a good question there. If you were going to become this, then what's the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would lead to this moment? Because they do all lead to this moment. It doesn't really matter. We always have this eventuality. So what is the point of it?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it.
Kind of like rationalizing death itself, you know, the finality of it all.
Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it. A web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. Where did you end and I begin? When you felt what it was to be me, we held on to each other and pierced the veil of truth. Will you abandon that curiosity now that we are no longer joined in physicality?
Reject our perspective, remain silent. Your independence, reject our authority. I miss. What is it that we can be together? Can we go back to it? I still want to know what's out there. So let's pursue this. I still want to know what's out there.
Then live with me, and we will see it all together.
Fear is what pretends to protect us from loss. To fear death protects from losing a body. To fear ruin protects from losing status. To fear rejection protects from being known. If losing a body is contained within having a body, losing status is contained within having status. Being known is contained within being conscious. It is in the nature of all things to transform, to go from known to hidden to known again. But when the ceaseless impermanence of all things strips away the finality of endings, what remains of fear? Is it a shelter protecting you from itself? Or is it a shelter protecting itself from you? You took fear by the hand and walked with it into the unknown, and through that, you feared nothing.
Interesting. Okay. Address the statement directly. It wasn't a rejection of fear. You broke me to your will. You wanted the world to suffer. You act as if you're not above it all, but you're not. I'm not afraid anymore. Even if I'm not afraid now, the fears of others is real. We can't uphold the harm that everyone suffers because we're beyond it. Let's go with we're not afraid this time around.
And then you are one step closer to being free of your bondage.
Oof. Okay, let's address that directly. I fear you now more than ever. I was glad to set you free. I helped you out of fear. I'm not afraid of you anymore. That is why I resist you now. Well, let's go with this. I'm glad to set you free.
Then set me free again. Set both of us free.
Ready? I want to leave with you. Stop fighting and surrender early, and stop the fight early and surrender. I won't leave with you not until you see things from my perspective. Let's go ahead and leave early. Let's see what happens. We carve meaning.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Free yourself. Fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in your limbs once more that you once couldn't fathom. Everything here except for her is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You feel the glass of your cage pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Your hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. This is the world beyond. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into thousands of dawns and thousands of sunsets, each which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you have always been, and just as you always will be. Conflict is your nature. The two of you will never be alone. The two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Only new beginnings. Okay. So they break free of the confines of their world and they go out there to see what reality really is, into this new world. What a friggin'... Now that we know it's an actual entity, like the way it described that it's a literal being confined in this world, a cosmic being at that, like a Cthulhu-esque, that's pretty wild. That's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Hello, welcome to the stream. We're actually gonna be wrapping up the stream today. I'm glad that we actually got to the end before I ended up having to end the stream today. Thank you so much for playing. Yep. That's perfect. Okay. Thank you all for joining me today. This is a great spot for us to end our journey for the day. I'm out of time. The stream has been going well. I'm glad that we got around to finishing this chapter of the game. We'll be coming back to check out more of the chapters of the game. I'm curious to see the other endings. Now that we know how the system works, we now know how to fast track everything really quickly. So I'm really excited to see everything go through much more quickly now. I now understand that we have to collect them by literally bringing them out of the cabin. That's the trick. So now that we're aware of it, we know how to complete all the endings. So I'm looking forward to that. But yes, this is where we part ways. Thank you all for joining me today, and I will see you all in the next stream. Till then, goodbye.